Fox and Friends weekend co-host Pete Hegseth is in focus. Pete, your top-line thoughts.
My top-line thoughts are a biblical principle of you reap what you sow. What did these leaders expect would happen when you allowed lawlessness, whether it's autonomous zones or precincts being taken over? Then you make the police, you say the systemic problem are officers, many of which are very diverse departments, hunting down black people intentionally, right? As opposed to systemic problems of family breakdown, drugs, crime, gangs. You don't address that. You make the police the problem. Then you defund them, publicly demoralize them. Then you limit what they can do. In Seattle, there's new measures that have just been passed where police can't pursue criminals the way they could in the past. They have to limit their engagements based on the escalation. And they all do it under this idea of reimagining police or community police initiatives. That's like saying, in the infantry, we're going to reimagine the infantry in the army. Your job is to close with and destroy the enemy. But no, it totally changes the world in which you operate. My job was to close with and destroy the enemy as an infantryman. If your job is to protect the community and sometimes be proactive and aggressive about it, that's how you've been trained. That's how you've kept crime down. That's how you've kept guns off the streets and gangs down. And then you're suddenly told we have to reimagine that, and we're going to bring in therapists to deal with certain situations. The whole thing is upside down. So you reap what you sow. You get more gangs, you get more violence, you get more crime. This was the most predictable thing on the planet, and Jenny Durkin is somehow getting the memo now. I don't buy it.
Yeah, that's what I said. 250 officers have left. By the way, 300 additional ones are slated to leave. She's really going to have a problem on her hands if she can't stop the flood. But what you likened it to in terms of service and battle, imagine the message that the enemy would get if he knew you had to say please first, pretty please, back off, have all these protocols. In the moment of engagement, he'd shoot you between the eyes before you'd get your words out. I mean, if you want to compare it to battle, which on some streets in America, it looks like that right now. All right, I want to get to this.
Unfortunately, on some streets it is. You're right. Go ahead.
Because they say that there are gateway drugs. There can be gateway crimes. There can be a loosening of what we call our morals and mores in society. Is that what's happening here? Brazen shoplifters are tearing across America. Last week, we showed you the video caught 2 thieves stuffing garbage bags filled with stolen perfumes. This is Ulta Beauty Store in Los Angeles, all in front of a store employee. And you can't blame her. You want to stick your hand in between those crazies in there scooping everything up, knowing that they're probably going to get away with it? No. Also in Los Angeles, one of the suspects in the murder of a Rite Aid employee has turned himself in. That employee was shot dead trying to stop thieves from stealing beer. The National Retail Federation says last year retailers lost $720,000. That's up nearly $300,000 in losses from 2015. Pete.
Let's stick on the biblical theme here. Proverbs, he who spares the rod hates his son. Ultimately, when you aren't willing to bring consequences to lawbreakers, you get more of that culture of crime. You flip the entire dynamic on the top. We talked about the infantry before. A lot of that comes from the idea of the strongest tribe, right? And in these places, you've got gangs, you've got lawlessness, and then you've got law enforcement. And when the lawbreakers believe they can do what's being shown on the screen right now with impunity, they believe the cops are at the bottom of the totem pole and can't actually enforce laws. So this is when you get rid of lawlessness, you get more lawlessness. And when you're not empowered to interdict in those circumstances, why would a private security guard interdict? Why would an individual citizen step in when they're the ones that could be charged by being proactive? These lawbreakers believe they're the top dog. And right now in those cities, because of bail reform and letting people out of jail for major and minor crimes, why would they think otherwise?
Well, and that's the next line. I mean, I don't know if you're hearing some of it in the Democrat-led cities. Some of the blame now is going toward the prosecutors. Well, how'd the prosecutors get there who were light on crime? Oh, my gosh, it's only an hour show. Former Democratic California Senator Barbara Boxer is speaking out after she was attacked and robbed while walking in Oakland in broad daylight. She was asked about the city pulling millions of dollars from the police department for other programs. Here's what the now attacked former senator said to that.
I feel we need more money for community policing. We need more officers on the street. We need them to be from the community, by the community, for the community. We have to pass sensible gun laws, for God's sakes. We don't need weapons of war on our streets.
Other than that interview on CNN, the attack got zero coverage on MSNBC, ABC, and NBC on Monday and Tuesday. CBS covered it for fewer than 7 seconds. Look, I guess if you don't see a problem, it makes it go away, except for she's Senator Barbara Boxer, formerly. She's a pretty big name among the Democrats at one point.
Of course she was, but in that moment, if you read the account, she's yelling, "Why would you do this? I'm a grandma." And they weren't attacking her with weapons of war. It was with fists. In other places, it was with pots and pans. Is that the new war on pots and pans? I mean, this is not about guns. And by the way, community policing, we need police by, with, and for the community. That's what we already have in most of these places. These law enforcement officers are in the communities. They are from the communities. In many places, they reflect the communities, and they want to do their job. So if you want community policing the way Rudy Giuliani and Bill Bratton wanted it, which is broken windows, which is proactive, out working with people, you're going to reduce crime. If your idea of reimagining and community policing is new working groups of don't call 911, call 411, and we'll call a violence interventionist without a gun, and maybe they can talk down the situation, of course you're just going to make it worse. And the media covers, as they always do, for their buddies, and their buddies' worst idea, which is defund the police. They're running from it, but everyone knows who's been advocating for it, including Barbara Boxer.
A New York Post op-ed is questioning whether the attack on the former senator will be a wake-up call to the quote-unquote crime-ignoring left, as you're talking about, Pete. The piece goes on to say maybe what happened to Barbara Boxer will disquiet her former colleagues in elected office enough that they will turn away from their criminogenic policies. Let's hope it happens soon, because America is screaming. Again, that's the New York Post. Pete.
Shouldn't have to happen this way, Harris. It shouldn't have to be a prominent senator who gets attacked. It shouldn't have to be fancy restaurants in Washington, D.C. or the Nationals game. It shouldn't have to be when the elites are affected that policies change. It is those who are most vulnerable to crime, most vulnerable to poverty, who are the ones dealing in war zones every single day, yet the left looks away from that and sells them a bill of goods like reimagining. It's a shame. It's actually a form of white privilege in many ways. Oh, it finally affected me, so now we should do something about it in my gated community. What about everybody else? They're tax-paying American citizens as well. Their lives matter too.
Wow, I told you Pete was fired up. Pete, always great to have you in focus. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris.